Hello, I'm Dan Edmunds from Tarian Technology in Welshpool.
And I'm Detective Constable Gareth Jordan. I'm part of the cybercrime department here in Carmarthenshire, based at Powys Police Headquarters.
And today we're going to talk about ransomware and how it affects your company.
Ransomware is one of the biggest problems in cybersecurity and is a malicious type of software that encrypts data until a ransom is paid, usually in untraceable cryptocurrency such as Bitcoin. Earlier this year, a website used by law firm Grubham Shire was down and hackers claimed to have 756 gigabytes of data, including contracts and personal emails. A screenshot allegedly of a Madonna contract has been released and the criminals were demanding payment. The hackers, known as Revel, attacked foreign exchange company Travelex with some ransomware earlier in January. But why should businesses in Mid and West Wales be concerned about ransomware?
It's a good question, I think. In Mid-West Wales, in fact, the whole of the Dyfed Powys area where we actually police, crime levels are quite low compared to a lot of other areas within the UK. And I think that we get to a stage where we trust people a great deal and we do business with people, and we think that because of our geographical location, we're quite safe from a lot of the types of crime, or we're well away from the major areas or impacts of organised crime. And unfortunately, the trouble with the internet is that it has no barriers, it has no boundaries, and so the criminals are no longer just the ones that are coming over the border and doing burglaries and stealing cars, that sort of thing. They are now the criminals who are coming through your internet, and they can be from anywhere. So that could be from India, Nigeria, Ukraine, all those sorts of areas where criminality comes from. They will be aiming it nonchalantly at any business in the whole of the world. So just because we're in Wales and West Wales, we tend to think that, we're out of it, when no one is exempt from it. What we would look at is a lot of this ransomware is what's called spray and pray, whereby they would send out a load of emails, they would find out who responds to them, or that they'll find areas within their systems that you're using in a company. And then from that, they'll try and elevate their permissions so they can then start to manipulate the software within that system. So it doesn't matter whether or not you're a one-man band or a multi-million-pound company. And in fact, if you look back on the last few weeks from here, we've even got a big company such as Garmin. And Garmin had a massive ransomware attack which brought their whole system down for over a week. And that meant that nobody could get onto that website. And at the moment, we still don't know how much data has been taken or maybe is in other criminals' hands at the moment. And we don't also know whether or not Garmin paid a ransom for that. So what happens is within a ransomware attack is that all of the information that you've got on your systems, if you can imagine it, is suddenly re-encrypted so that you can no longer get into it. So it's like someone else has put a different password on there, and your files, although they're still there, they're of no use to you whatsoever because you can't get into them. And because you can't get into them, everything about your company is now most likely locked down. Your communication systems, your payment systems, your auditing systems, could be a CCTV, your income, your outgoing streams. If you've got a sales force, how do they now operate? How do your invoicing operate? Is your website still in place? And then you've got to start thinking about what do you start telling your customers, how much damage there is. And so all these types of things within ransomware, taking a few simple procedures and starting to look within your own company in protecting yourself, then you can start to mitigate ransomware. Now, that's not going to stop you being attacked. And I think that, a lot of people think, if I do this, this and this, it's never going to happen. You can't say it's never going to happen, but you can take major steps. One, to ensure that it doesn't happen, but two, if it does happen, you're in the best position possible so you can try and get your way back out of it again.